Mario is back with another version of the original Mario Brothers, this time for the 7800. Yeah, that's some pretty cool label/box art. Really like that angry crab and dig the extremely happy fly. Look at that. That's one happy dude. Let's go ahead and take Mario Brothers, pop it into my Pro System, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Mario Brothers was published by Atari and carries the copyright year of 1988. It is based on the 1983 Nintendo arcade game that spun off from the Donkey Kong games. Mario Brothers is a single-screen game for 1 or 2 players simultaneously. In 2-player games, players are not able to directly harm each other, but they can move their partner into harm's way by bumping them or hitting their platform from below. There are 3 modes of difficulty: Standard, Advanced, and Expert. According to the manual, Mario the Carpenter and his brother Luigi are hopping mad since creatures are blocking their water pipes. Now they must get rid of them or never take a bath again. Dun dun dun! Mario Brothers on the 7800 plays a lot like the NES version, which I reviewed in the last episode. Mario Brothers plays like the classic arcade game Joust, in that first you must knock out the enemies and then you must touch them to truly take them out. If you don't touch them quick enough, they will revive and be able to move faster than before. Control-wise, you use the joystick to move Mario or Luigi and the buttons to jump. You attack the creatures by hitting the platform they are on from below to knock them over, but one enemy, the crab, takes 2 hits to knock over. If an enemy is already knocked over when you hit them from below, they will revive, but not any faster than before. This can be helpful if you feel you can't touch an enemy in time to take them out, but you don't want them to revive moving faster. Also, depending on where the enemy is on the platform can determine where they land, as hits can either send them straight up or send them arcing to the left or the right. When only one enemy is left on the board, they will speed up. Once you take out all the enemies, you move on to the next stage. There's also a Pow Block that if you hit it will cause 1 hit of damage to every enemy who is touching the ground or platform. This will also cause knockout enemies to wake up. You can hit the Pow Block 3 times before it disappears. However, they will reappear in stages 8, 13, and every 5th round after that. There are also bonus stages where you have 20 seconds to collect 10 coins. You can also gain coins for bonus points that come out of the pipes after you defeat an enemy in the regular stages. The main enemies you face in the game are turtle shell creepers, sidestepper crabs, and fighter flies. The turtles are your basic enemy, the crabs take 2 hits to knock over, and the fighter flies are constantly hopping, making them more difficult to knock over. There are also 2 types of fireballs that appear. The green fireball will begin at one end of the screen, travel straight to the other side, and then disappear. The orange fireballs are more aggressive, bouncing all over the screen. Fireballs, like enemies, can be taken out with a well-timed platform hit. In later stages, a slip ice will show up that, if it isn't taken out, will freeze one of the platforms, making them slippery. However, frozen platforms will thaw out for the next round. Point-wise, you get 10 points for knocking over a pest, 800 points per coin, 500 points for taking out a slip ice, 200 points for knocking out the green fireball, and 1,000 points for the orange fireball. You get 800 points for taking out a downed pest, but you can get bonus points for each additional pest you take out in a row, with 1,600 for the second, 2,400 for the third, and 3,200 points for the fourth. But you have to move fast to do this. You can also get an extra guy at 20,000 points. The graphics, sound, and music are all decent for the system, but they're all a step down from the NES version, with the music suffering the most, and the fighter flies looking like hopping keys from old wind-up toys. And of course, this is a family-friendly game. On eBay, loose copies typically go for about $15, and there was one complete copy that sold for $44, and those prices include shipping. So what did I think of Mario Brothers on the 7800? While it may not look or sound as good as the NES version, and it felt a little more difficult as well, the controls were much tighter, and I like it much better that way. So where am I going to rank Mario Brothers? Well, I do like Joust a little bit better, 11, but the pickup and playability in Mario Brothers does give it a slight edge over Mean 18 Golf at 12. So I'm going to make Mario Brothers my new number 12 ranked game for the Atari 7800. Mario Brothers is a worthy addition to your Atari 7800 collection. If you enjoy retro-related videos, would you please click the like and subscribe buttons? You can now support the show through Patreon as well. Just go to patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. I'm also a member of the Retro Junkies Network. You can find more retro podcasts and videos at theretrojunkies.com. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for hopping wind-up keys.